Hello everyone, I'm Jonathan Paul, researcher on the Landslide-EVO research project, and I'll be discussing the use of citizen science and participatory monitoring in landslide early warning systems. So when we say citizen science in its broadest sense, we refer to the involvement of non-scientists in scientific research. Now this has the potential not just to enhance data collection greatly in space and time, so densifying data points, but also when combined with a risk reduction and resilience building approach, it can enhance community engagement and educate and empower local stakeholders. On the left-hand side is a conceptualization of citizen science as divided into 4 levels, depending upon the level of non-scientist involvement. Now, in Landslide-EVO, in the research project, we discovered that level 4, which has been called extreme citizen science, is the most impactful type of citizen science, and it involves the intrinsic involvement of non-scientists throughout the entire life cycle of a project. So just from the very beginning, problem definition, through data collection and analysis, all the way towards the dissemination of information. When designing citizen science research projects, it's very important to follow a very careful social science-led setting. So one needs to identify the shared space between what can be scientifically offered, so supply, and what is actually needed at the community level, so demand. And it's important to bear in mind that whatever early warning system or product may be generated, it's important that it's actually locally relevant, useful, and usable, so local people will actually make use of it. So some examples of what we've done. First of all, we've worked very closely with secondary schools in order to collect crack propagation data and rainfall data. And this is because they're an excellent place to conduct citizen science activities because they have a rigid hierarchy already in place and a high degree of social capital. And at the same time, as scientists, we can go in and teach the students. There's a kind of quid pro quo. We enhance local STEM learning, which builds capacity in the long term. Secondly, the use of mobile phones and apps is increasing in early warning systems, and it has to be designed with the users in mind, which often they aren't, often they're not used. So it's important to undertake some form of user testing prior to rolling out any app. Similarly, with sensor networks, it's important first of all to understand whether the non-scientists will actually take the measurements or whether they'll merely provide security and maintenance. One final thing which we have undertaken is community-led vulnerability mapping. So you can see some examples here. And this also trains local people in OpenStreetMap software, as well as fostering a greater understanding of hazards in the immediate locality. So I've referenced 3 papers here which have been published just in the last couple of weeks. My contact details are there as well. And I look forward to discussing in greater detail with you in the breakout rooms. Thank you.